Hello, Joey. Could you please give an introduction about yourself?
Sure, yes. My name is Joey, but my full name is Joseph. I'm 33. I'm Assyrian. I live in the UAE and I've been in the real world for since March. Um, in all honesty, I didn't take it too seriously. I didn't really find the campus that appealed to me when I first started off until the AI automation campus came out. I think it was maybe 4 or 5 months ago, maybe a little bit longer. And my day work, I'm a software developer, so I'm into that, into automation and software developing and coding. So it really appealed to me,
Mhm.
and just the mentality that Tate Brothers provide has really appealed to me. Even before joining the real world, I've been watching their content, so it's great to be here and yeah, um, be here on this
So,
call as
as
well.
a software working with software, did you say developer or engineer? I don't want to get it wrong.
So I'm a software developer. Yeah.
Software developer. As a software developer, what made you get into the real world? How did that come about?
It came about from watching Andrew's videos and Tristan's videos. I've always been interested in their mindset, especially with their success. You know, coming from the UK as well, I really related to them. I'm aware of Luton and the town, and I just found it really interesting how someone from the bottom could really get to the top. And I've always wanted to surround myself with like minded individuals. And I think in this day and age, it's very difficult to be around that, especially if you don't have the right friends around you, especially in the UK growing up. I believe it's just going downhill. And it's harder to find good people around you. And what really got me interested in the university was the community aspect of it, you know, just putting yourself accountable, but also having other people do the same thing for you, watch you in a way. And, you know, it helps to have good people watch you and also just give you good advice.
Mhm. Indeed. And you said that initially didn't have much to get into. So, were you going for any of the campuses before AI automation came out, or was it just kind of had a look through, but didn't seem like it applied much to you until the actual campus came out?
Yeah, so I tried the crypto DeFi one. I tried the um, just doing airdrops, and I found that I didn't really stick to it as well. I didn't have an interest in that. The only reason I joined that is because I was in crypto before for the last 8 years, you know, just investing for fun. So I thought I would find some interest in that, but I didn't really feel like I was providing any value to the world, and that's when I came across the automation campus.
And let's go from there. So AI automation, you find out about it, you start getting into it. What did you actually, what part of AI automation? Because there's a few different things you can do with it. So which one did you go into, or maybe all of them? How did you get clients for it? And yeah, the whole story there. How did it go?
Yeah, so I mean, a lot of trial and error, to be honest. I mainly have been working with AI assistants. So I don't really like to call them chatbots because I feel like it doesn't really do it justice. AI assistants. I've been building AI assistants because I'm into AI and in software developing for my day job, and
Mhm.
I found it really interesting the fact that you know you can automate this work, especially for companies. And I've been a consumer, and we all are. You know, when you're speaking to a chat bot, it doesn't give you the information you need. And I thought, you know, how can I bring value to other companies? And I just felt like it was a limitless opportunity, especially it was so untouched and untapped. And I feel like, especially with cryptocurrency, I got involved in crypto about 8 years ago. I realized to really achieve something, you have to be there first and also stick with it. So I thought, you know, this is a great opportunity, and if I don't take this opportunity, someone else will, and I will look back on it and regret it. So I took the opportunity. I've built chatbots. I tried to. Well, I was following the system. I think the most important thing is the system that the university provides. But I also felt like a lot of the the videos didn't really appeal to me because I don't really have like a strong presence on Instagram where you can create videos. Sorry, an automation chatbot on Instagram. I tried to spin it up a little bit, and instead of using instantly AI, I started automating through LinkedIn because I have a stronger presence with my work on LinkedIn. So I started automating there and providing companies, especially real estate companies in Dubai, um, AI assistance. And there's not many people doing it here. So yeah.
Mhm. How did you outreach to those real estate companies in Dubai?
So I reached out to them through LinkedIn, and I
Mhm.
used an application which isn't revealed on the university, but it's called DuckSoup, and it's just an automation application to send direct messages to real estate companies. So you can, I use Phantom Buster, so I use some of the system tools within the university, but I also kind of created my own spin on things, and I used
Mhm.
DuckSoup to reach out to those people. So I gathered all the LinkedIn contacts, and I used DuckSoup to reach out to them, just real estate companies.
Cool. And that was all cold outreach then. So how did what was the responses like? How did you actually end up landing your first few clients? Did you get on sales calls with them? How did those go?
Yeah, I got on a lot of sales calls. The first few were quite difficult. Just as a person who just came to Dubai, haven't been in real estate before, so I found it quite difficult to get into the market. I didn't really know the areas, you know, um, but I mainly focused on appealing with my own trust, building that relationship with them, and I think that's where I had that advantage where I felt like those people could trust me, and I didn't jump straight in with the offer. I try to understand, where they were coming from, what they lacked within their company, what they tried to achieve, and I directed my approach through that.
Yep. And in terms of pricing, how did you price it initially? How have you scaled the pricing since? Because I'd imagine with enough testimonials and proof of what you do, and you see there's a demand for it, you can scale up pricing. So yeah, what was the pricing model like?
Yeah, so initially, because I had no experience, I offered free trials. So one week, I would build them a chatbot for free, just so they could see how it would work, how they could use it, and if they were interested, then I would charge them just $500. It was just a small amount where I could just build the first few clients, and from there, it was mainly word of mouth. I've been in marketing before, just affiliate marketing when I was about 23, and I knew that word of mouth advertising is the most powerful. So I realized the best way to approach this is to build that trust with them, but not charge them some insane amount of money initially. Get them in, reel them in, and also give them the value, but also provide them more than they've ever expected. So yeah.
And what did that lead to then? Did you start getting referrals in future? And how much did you end up scaling your services to?
Yeah, so I started with say one or two clients, and from there it just grew and grew. I reached out to people, just individuals that helped me get my own apartment here. I reached out to them and ended up scaling. Now we've got about 10 to 15 clients on a monthly basis, and say average $2,000, $2,000, $5,000 initially, and then $2,000 just per month,
Mhm.
maintaining it, especially with the listings. So what we do is, for example, if they have a listing on their website, it grabs all that information from their website and it'll put it into the chatbot. So that's constantly updated on a daily basis. So if something's sold and someone asks a question on the chatbot already knows it's automatically processed.
Yeah, very solid. So in total, what is that averaging per month in terms of income?
So average per month, I'm doing around 25K USD. The highest month, which was December, was 35K. Yeah,
Congratulations. And
yeah.
that's
Thank you.
huge. From a campus that came out 5 or 6 months ago, from a something you got into completely new, and here you are making life-changing amounts of money from it now.
Yeah, definitely. And
Amazing.
I'm blessed, and I try and not. I just try to keep my feet on the ground because you know, money comes and goes. For me, the most important thing is providing the value that the people want and need. And I know that businesses can tank when you just let it get to your head. So I just focus every single day on providing the value that they want and they need, and just give them the best experience ever.
Yep. And if more people done that, then would be much better for the world.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
yep. I had a question. Let me remember. You said we earlier. You said we. So, have you built out your own team now for AI automation?
I actually haven't, but I've been so used to saying we to clients to kind of make it look like it's just bigger than myself. Um, and I just think more people trust that. I don't know why, but if you say we, you just look more established. So I've just been so
Fair
used
enough.
to saying that. Yeah,
You even caught me off guard.
yeah.
So for future, then you actually plan on outsourcing, whether it's the sales side of it, or maybe the fulfillment side. Like any plans there?
I do plan to outsource it, but for me, the most important thing is to find people that I can trust with the business. I don't want to just outsource it to anyone, and I don't want it to hurt the brand. And
Yep.
yeah, that's the most important thing.
Reputation is super important.
100%. Yeah, you could. It takes a lifetime to build and a second to destroy.
Mhm. Especially in a place like Dubai with a great reputation, there's so much more you can do. And if it gets ruined, then yeah, the old business will end up freezing. Anyway,
Yeah.
I'm starting to ramble a bit. Why did you end up moving to Dubai? When did you actually go, and for what reasons?
So me and my fiance, we moved in February last year. So it's just been over a year now. And yeah, I think I've. Oh, I'm from the UK, and I think everyone that's moved from the UK to Dubai has the same reason. It's just going downhill, and that's the reason. I mean, we want to raise a family. The most important thing is the environment, and just, just touching on the campus and the aspect of the university community is everything. Who you're around is everything, and imagine a country. Every single day you're walking past different types of people. The most important thing for us, for me and my fiance, is can we raise our kids there? And if we can't, then there's no future, and we've seen it in real time what's happening with the UK. So that's the reason I felt like a big fish in a small pond in the UK. Now I feel like a tiny little fish in an ocean in Dubai. There's so many more people you can approach. There's people that are doing different things, bigger and better things, and for me, I just want to be around that.
Amazing. And for people who are starting out, let's say they want to get into AI automation as well, since you have a decent amount of experience in it now, what advice would you have to those people just
Ooh.
starting out?
I mean, there's so much, and a lot of it's going to be cliche. What I would say is look in the mirror and ask yourself, would you buy from yourself? How could you improve the way you look, the way you speak, the way you dress, and just put yourself in someone else's position. Would you trust yourself? And don't answer it from a biased point of view. Oh, I'm me. Yes, of course. No, we can always improve. I can always improve. Mm, Forgetting the aspect of money, you know, just I believe you have to build yourself first before you build any business. You have to build yourself, and that's the most important thing. If you can't stay consistent, just sending a good morning in the chat, or just doing the basics, then how could you ever build a business that's making 10K, 50K, 100K? It's just not possible. So focus on the basics, learn the system that the professors teach, and also make your own spin on things. You don't have to do everything by the book. Kind of step outside the box. If everyone was just following the same system and staying consistent, then we'd all be winning. But that's not the case. You have to think for yourself and think outside the box.
Mhm. Very well said. Uh, Let me remember. Oh yeah. So with real estate, are you planning on going all in on real estate in Dubai specifically, or do you plan on starting to outreach to more real estate companies in other parts of the world, or are you maybe looking to branch out from real estate? Like, what are the plans there?
I think for now, I'm just sticking to Dubai. I don't want to get. I mean, it depends. You can really look at it in different ways. You could say, start international and build a global business, but I think everything will come in its own time. I believe that. God's put me in this position for a reason to be in Dubai and to build this business here, and I will just continue to do so. And I believe that the right client will come through a word of mouth referral in a different country, and if not, then I'll branch out whenever I feel like it's right. And I don't feel like there's ever a time you can ever really be ready to branch out to any other country. But I think you just have to, when you feel like it's time, it's time. But I'm not in any rush. I feel like the market is still untapped here. There's so much more potential to grasp. And yeah, I think for now I'm enjoying Dubai and the market and learning and understanding where everything is and what clients need and want. So I'm just focusing on
Mhm.
that, and from then sky's the limit. We'll see what happens. I won't. I don't think I'll be
Yeah.
branching out to the UK though.
But maybe in 10 years, once things maybe get better, who
Hopefully,
knows? But yeah,
hopefully,
definitely not now. Uh, yeah, hopefully, indeed. I truly hope so as well. But I spent some time in Dubai as well, and I one of the best places to be for opportunities for sure.
definitely,
So, and for it's great to see you said about family. It's so nice to see children actually running around on the street, being kids, and being able to fully experience like how being a kid is like. Like in UK, there's so many issues. Like you are concerned for child safety, for maybe bad influences on them. But in Dubai, it just seems like actual tight knit communities, which is super important. So yeah.
definitely. And it's I have my daily walks in the morning, and I see kids being
Mhm.
kids, and it just reminds me of how I was raised. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
sure you mentioned before before the call started when you were in the UK as a child, and I just feel like it's lost that appeal
Mhm.
for families just to raise kids, the simplest things, just to raise a family and expect the children to be safe. And it's not something that we should expect or something that's just crazy to it's to expect. It should be the
Mhm.
norm. But yeah, it's sad to see what's happening there, and hopefully it gets better.
Indeed. All right. So if we were to say plans overall, so with everything, whether it's personal, business, anything else, for short term, medium term, long term, how would you lay that out?
So short term, just to be honest, I focus every single day on what I need to do. I have my reminders even before I start this business. Every single day, I know the plan. I know what I'm doing, and just stick by that. And I feel like if you can win each day, you'll win each week, then month, and then the year. So I like to take things slow, and I feel like a lot of people get overwhelmed from what they want to achieve. They look at the campus and they see people's results and they say, how am I ever going to achieve that kind of money? Just take it day by day. Just improve day by day, 1%. And by the end of the year you'll improve by 365, and just keep that compounding. So I take it day by day. I mean, long term, the goal is to get married next year and have kids, and you never know, maybe pass the automation business to my son or my daughter. You never know. But right now, it's just enjoying life and just providing the value people want and need with my work.
Mhm. And are you still doing your software development job?
I am actually, yeah. I know it's surprising.
So how do you
Um,
balance both software development and the AI automation?
So it's a good question. I mean, to be honest, it's very difficult to manage both. Having like a traditional 9 to 5, I work fully remote for my job, so it does help. But in the mornings from about 7:30, I'll focus on any new clients or any existing clients that I need to maintain because I charge a maintenance package for the work I do. So from 7:30 till about 12, I'll work on that. I work UK hours, so it's about 1 p.m. to 9 p.m. So I should be working. Hopefully, they don't see my traditional 9 to 5 job. So I'm meant to be working now, but in the mornings I dedicate that to the automation business. At the beginning, it was a lot harder to maintain because it was just getting everything up and running and getting the clients, and then in the evenings, just spending time with my fiance.
Mhm. Damn. So yeah, quite a system laid out. How
Yeah.
much longer? Actually, I will not ask that just in case your employer watches this video. I won't ask anything else about your current job. We'll leave it there. So I guess I'll ask a final question and we'll wrap up. So for people who are unsure about joining the real world, since they think maybe for $50 they might get scammed, what advice would you have to them?
If it's too good to be true, you'll never find a true opportunity. That's what I believe. Don't look at everyone else and what they believe. Just think for yourself. I'm just a normal guy. I was in the UK a year ago, year and a half ago, making $5,000 a month, which just seems like a lot of money, but in the UK with inflation, it's not a lot. And I don't know how people survive anything less. Just start. What have you got to lose? $50? Really? I mean, you have a community of people, and if you're like minded and you want to achieve, this is the biggest and best community you could ever ask for, regardless of what people say about the Tate brothers and what's happening legally with them. Just focus on what can it offer you. How could you be better? It's like, park the money aside. How can you improve from just watching, Luke's daily lessons, or Tristan's way of, just the way he, dresses, all his tips, and yeah, it's just focus on what you want to achieve. At the end of the day, if you don't join, it's okay. It will still move ahead and you might still be successful in something else. But the worst thing you can do is think and think and think and say, what if I do this? And you have nothing to lose. $50. And it might be a lot to some people, but if you really truly want to work hard, if you have it in you, you'll make it. You'll make it. And it's impossible to fail if you just stay consistent every day. So join. You have nothing to lose but $50. And if it doesn't work out, at least you could say, yeah, I tried for a month. But in my opinion, it's not really trying.
Very well said. Hey, yeah, Joey, been great speaking to you. Amazing. Again, you're making basically averaging what 28 to 30,000 a month from AI automation, which you've learned recently in comparatively. Like, what other jobs actually give that amount of money, and how much do you need to be in them? Probably some kind of financing jobs after being like 15 years in the career. Maybe you'll get up to that. So yeah, within some like 5 6 months, it's so insane to be able to reach that. So super
Yeah.
cool. Um, were you gonna say anything?
Yes, I just wanted to touch upon, this has been for me. It's a longer journey than 6 months. Even though I've been in the university for 6 months, I've been trying and building other things for years and years, and they've failed. So, if anyone's, well, I'm sure people are watching this. I would say it's not just a quick win, and it's not, get rich quick thing. I've been working on other things for many years, and they haven't worked out well. So it's been a lifetime of working hard on different things. So just work hard, stay consistent, and reach out to me in the real world if you need any questions answered.
Amazing. Yeah, we'll wrap up there. So Joey, been great speaking to you, and till next time.
Thank you, Rakas.